Elon Musk always had a spark for invention. His mind seemed to run on a never-ending stream of curiosity and ideas. While others were daydreaming about sports or vacations, Elon was sketching rocket designs in the margins of his notebooks. Trust me, he was just that way as a kid. His mind was like a mental factory that never closed. But for all his futuristic visions and wild ambitions, you tell me, what gentleman doesn't have a heart sometimes? Okay, so like most people, he craved companionship. And for that, he believed a girlfriend would be the perfect company, someone to make him happy. The girl he fell for didn't even have to try. She was stunning, born in Sydney, Australia, with that effortless charm that could make you reconsider your life decisions, like moving continents or adopting a new religion. She was that kind of mesmerizing. Clara had this way of laughing, like the universe had just told her its best-kept secret. It was contagious, and Elon was hooked. For a while, things were great. But life has a way of throwing curveballs, doesn't it? As fairy tales rarely hold up in real life, their beautiful relationship hit the rocks. Whose fault was it? Hard to Sarah. Let's stick with that name. Just wasn't feeling it anymore. Lack of affection, maybe? Or not enough time together? What can you expect when you're dating a tech guy who's juggling startups and thinking about colonizing Mars? Elon, the ever-pragmatic dreamer, couldn't wrap his head around it. He tried everything to make it right. Flowers, long calls, even trying to explain quantum mechanics in layman's terms. You know, romantic stuff. But the ship had already sailed. Clara was out, and if there's one thing that can make a man hyper-focused, it's a breakup. Trust me, go through one, and you'll see what I mean. Now, people handle heartbreak in different ways. For Elon, it was business as usual. Picture this. A cup of coffee by his side, an old computer humming, and a brain swirling with ideas. Work became his therapy, his escape, his revenge on the universe. And oh boy, did it pay off. Fast forward a few years. Clara, once the object of Elon's affection, is now a waitress at a cozy barista in Sydney. She's good at her job, don't get me wrong. Her lattes? Impeccable. But then came that fateful day, the kind of moment life scripts for maximum drama. Clara was adjusting the sugar packets at the counter, humming a tune, when the door swung open. In walked Elon Musk. But he wasn't alone. Oh no, he had a squad with him. Wealthy friends who looked like they'd just stepped off the cover of Successful Billionaire Weekly. The kind of people who don't need to flaunt what they do for a living. Their aura does all the talking. Elon's presence was magnetic. The way he strolled in, surveying the room like it was just another chapter in his intergalactic conquest, made Clara freeze. For a split second, she hoped he wouldn't recognize her. Maybe the years had been kind to her in a way he wouldn't notice. But of course, life's not that merciful. Elon's eyes landed on her. A flicker of surprise, then recognition. He smiled, a small, knowing smile that said 1,000 words without uttering a single one.
Clara?
He said, his tone casual but with a hint of curiosity. Her throat went dry. How does one even respond to their billionaire ex showing up unannounced? Elon, she managed, her voice as steady as a leaf in a hurricane. It's been a while, he said, glancing around as if to take in the cozy cafe she now called her workplace. His friends, clearly aware of the tension but too polite, or maybe too rich to comment, stood back, watching the scene unfold. Clara nodded, trying to keep her hands steady as she reached for the espresso machine. "What can I get you?" she asked, hoping, praying, to keep this encounter strictly professional. Elon's smile widened. "A coffee? Black?
And maybe."
He paused, clearly enjoying the moment.
Maybe a side of the best advice you've got.
Clara blinked. Advice? Really? This man, who could probably afford to have a Nobel Prize winner on speed dial, wanted her advice. She handed him the coffee, their fingers brushing slightly. She could feel her cheeks heating up, and she cursed the universe for its sense of irony. "My advice?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "Don't forget to tip your waitress." The room burst into laughter. His friends, Clara, even Elon himself. It was the kind of moment that felt like closure, wrapped in humor, with a hint of bittersweet nostalgia. Life's funny like that, isn't it? If you like this story, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more stories. See you in the next one.